Hey there everybody, Professor Cloud here. It is finally time for the new Anno game, Anno 117 Pax Romana. Now, if you have been paying attention to the channel, you did get to see about a month or two ago me play a demo for about an hour of the game. And I really had a good time, but it was a very limited 1 hour. I mean, they timed me. I swear to God, there was a timer up in the top right-hand corner. So I only got to play an hour of the game. But what I saw was exactly what I was hoping for. Anno 1800 plus more. And they made a number of great quality of life improvements over Anno 1800. And then, of course, we are in a completely new location. There is no naval combat, which was one of my biggest complaints, of course, in Anno 1800. But there is land combat at some point in the game. I haven't seen any content creators hit that point yet, so I don't know how far along it is, but I do know that it is in the game. This game is much more about the building and the management, because you are a part of the Roman Empire, and there are big things that are tied to that. So let's go ahead and jump in for our very first playthrough of Anno 117 Pax Romana. If you've watched any of my previous Anno runs, you'll know that I am not very big on the hardest difficulties or the difficult challenges. I want to enjoy the game, not be stressed the entire time that I'm playing the game. So if you are looking for me to be challenged or stressed out, there are other creators who are definitely doing that. So let's go ahead and jump in. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to get asked here is game mode. There is a campaign, and then there is endless. Those are really the only two options, so think of it as campaign and sandbox from Anno 1800. I do believe that there are going to be challenges available in the game at some point. I think that they maybe are going to be part of DLC, things along those lines. I think what we're going to do is go ahead and start with the campaign so that we can get the tutorials for all of the new stuff. That being said, I have a sneaking suspicion that I'll probably jump ahead in certain scenarios. So we can either play as Marcia Tertia, eligible daughter of Decimus of the Delta. The third Marcia, born to the wealthy household at Naucratia, is a quiet and observant young woman. Like most girls her age, Marcia is expected to marry though being of patrician birth, she has little to say in the matter. Soon she must leave home behind to join her future husband, a Roman governor. Little does she know what part she will have to play. Or
bye-bye, little brother.
Marcus Naucratius, ninth son of Decimus of the Delta. After a childhood spent clambering all over Naucratia, Marcus, the tyrant's youngest, had to be hooked from the streets to attend his lessons. Tired of his son's antics, Decimus put him to work in the imperial granaries counting beans. Nothing, however, could have prepared Marcus for an unexpected summons that was to change his life. I think we're going to go ahead and play as Marcia.
I'm sorry I'll miss the wedding.
We will not be playing co-op.
After the rise comes the fall. Exile. Not my first choice. But neither was my husband. Maybe it's time I left her behind. The girl who never got to choose. My name is Marcia Titania, and I am an imposter. In the 40th year of Pax, I was summoned to Latium, province of long shadows, to marry Titanius, a man thrice my age. Arguing with father proved rather pointless. After all, marriage is what daughters are for.
From the land of pyramids, Marcia Tertia, bride of our glorious governor! We stand at the edge of history, witnessing the...
Are we?
Here comes the bride. Titanius is a lucky man.
But not a healthy man, Lucius. Please,
It's madness to proceed without him.
Without whom?
Oh, dear girl. Your groom has been taken ill. But really, the omens. You must wed today. Your emperor insists. Hear the oath of my absent friend Titanius. Ubi tu Gaia ego Gaios. May this union bless the ground which we bear. It is done. These are your husband's estates. This is where I leave you.
But... Imperator... why?
Felicita, Marcia! The slave will explain!
Welcome to Juliana, mistress. The governor asked me to take care of things until he is well enough to return.
Oh, you must be the slave. Can you tell me what's going on? I mean, I really don't understand. Where is the governor?
He is ill. A fever has consumed his strength. I fear it may take some time for him to recover.
But I really wouldn't have minded waiting. To marry someone who isn't even there, I'm not sure I am married.
Your father's and your husband's signature is on the marriage contract, and the Pontifex Maximus presided over the ritual. Your marriage is perfectly legal, and you are not without means. Titanius was granted a large sum to build the city of Juliana.
That's all very nice, but I don't understand the rush. Why did it have to be today? Why not wait?
Emperor Lucius is keen on prophecy. I believe he deemed today essential for the future of the city of Juliana, and for the health of your husband.
He never mentioned any of that to me. I wish he'd explained more.
Emperors rarely explain themselves. I understand you are distressed, but Juliana awaits. Perhaps you could help me make a few minor arrangements?
I suppose so.
Many goods require multiple production buildings. Yeah. Okay, so...
Timber is vital to the continued growth of our city.
Okay, first things first. I love the music, but it is always overpowering in these games. I hope you all were able to hear all of the voice lines. I had actually never watched it. None of those cutscenes were part of the demo, so I'm glad I got to see those. It is a very interesting entrance to the story, much more intriguing than the one from Anno 1800, that's for sure. Okay, so just like with Anno 1800, we got to start off with some wood. Timber. Build a woodcutter.
We should station the woodcutter in a forest near our trading post.
Right, and then...
I need woodcutters and sawmills.
Make sure
The
it's
sawmill should be
outside.
situated between trading post and woodcutter.
There we go. And then we got to take that down to the trading post.
We can attract local freedmen by building housing, Ere.
By the way, I love the voice actor who plays our narrator, or I don't want to call him what he's being called in the game, but I love whoever the voice actor is. I'm going to have to look that up because he does a phenomenal job. As you can see, we've got the normal numbers up here in the top. We've got our total balance as well as what we're currently running. We're currently running at a negative, which means we need to get some people in here quick. So let's go ahead and... let's go 5 wide.
They'll soon be trickling into this backwater, Ere, should you provide them nourishment.
Okay.
Can't have people going hungry.
Reach 100% of food needs for Liberty residents. So, just like with Anno 1800, we can now find out what the needs are. We've got food needs, public service needs, and fashion needs. So if we open up the food needs, we got either fish or porridge. Sorry, sardines, not fish. As well as and then each one of this gives us different things. I'm going to focus on the money for right now because of our negative revenue numbers. So we're going to get one resident and 1 coin per house for the fish. So let's go ahead and put the fish in place. And then I want to, first of all, let's do this. And then let's do this. Everything's nicely connected. And then let's speed the game up. So they did move some controls around. We've now got this bar, if you will, around the mini-map that lets us know what our fertilities are. Some quick slots for river and mountain. Changing of province, which is much later in the game. And then our controls. So let me speed things up a little bit, so that we can get our 100% of food needs met. Residents or other parties may seek an audience with you. Select them to interact with them. All right, let me slow the game down.
It's beyond us.
A Libertus passes you, straining under a heavy load of timber. He carries the hopeful air of one who has recently celebrated his manumission, freedom from slavery. I think it's manumission, but in either case. Despite his burden, he stops and hails you as his governor. How do you respond to him? Some decision of no cost or negative consequence. Alright, so we get 20 wood for buying his supply. Costs us 400. Or we can just get 10. Okay, I think I'm going to go ahead and buy his supply and get the extra wood in place. That way we'll have it for building of things.
That's the way of it then.
Alright.
Your freedmen won't forget.
Alright, so everyone's getting their food now. We could go ahead and get porridge as well. Which does have a maintenance cost. Do we have enough? We do.
Look smarter, it's the governor.
We need oats. So let's do this. Okay, hold on. I want to move you. Where is move? There it is.
Slaves are fed on less, Ere. I dare say these people should now be content.
Alright, and then we need to put the oats in. Okay, and then let's connect everything. Oops, I didn't line it up right. Oh well. Okay, so that'll get us porridge as well.
Cook 'em sardines, dripping with oil, picking me teeth with the bones.
Alright, so let's see.
Something for your consideration, Ere.
Your residents have needs that are grouped into categories such as food, fashion, or public service. It's up to you to decide which needs you provide. For early residents, one need covers an entire category. Once each category is provided for you, you can upgrade residents to the next tier. So once we get one of each of the three, we'll be able to upgrade the residents to whatever the next category is in this game. I know in Anno 1800 it was farmers, then workers, then artisans, engineers, and then entrepreneurs, I think was the last one. I don't know what the categories are in this game. I never made it past the resident stage in the demo. I only had an hour. Okay, so we need to get 10 more Liberty, which are the, or Libertai is what these guys are called. Once they receive the porridge, I think that's going to give us an additional population, if I remember correctly. This gives us population and income. Yeah, this is going to give us 2 population per. So the porridge is going to do exactly what we need it to do. Except somehow I'm making less money. Oh, land tax. And I'm only getting I only get 1 coin per building. Alright, we're going to need to put in some more buildings then. Alright, let's go this way. Okay, there we go. That'll get us another 8. Yeah, they aren't doing the revenue numbers like they did in Anno 1800, where it was 1 coin per resident of the farm. It's actually just 1 coin per building. They probably found that it was too easy for people to, in early game, just build their bank. So they decided to slow things down, and plus time frame of the game also I think probably has something to do with it, trying to make it a little bit more realistic to the time. Actually, you know what? I'm going to put in 4 more.
Any city has need of public spaces, the patronage of which could add greatly to your popularity.
I am going to move...
Public buildings. That'll be markets and taverns. My brother's favorite hangouts.
Select the tab of your first resident. Oh, okay, yeah. To get public service. Alright, before I want to move you there. So that I have this opportunity for public service. Alright. New public services. We have a market, which is going to give us a coin and population, or a tavern, which is population and happiness. Again, I need the money because I'm losing it right now.
I should provide clothes to the Liberty Mistress, so as not to see anything that offends the eye. If you feed the people well, they will be devoted to you. You are wise, Mistress.
I don't feel particularly wise. I mean, I married someone I've never met. Still haven't met.
Ah, but you might chance upon him today. You are invited to dine at the Imperial Villa.
Really? So that's where he's staying.
He is confined to the sick wing, I believe. The pleasure barge will come for you shortly.
I see. I best get ready then.
You've been asked to dine with Emperor Lucius and Empress Julia at their villa. Will you bring food for the table? I feel like they're... Oh, okay, there's an outcome. So it just costs... Okay, so there's no positives or negatives. Alright, I'll take the sardines. Your household prepares a platter of sardines. The smell is invigorating. The Imperial Pleasure Boat is on its way to pick you up. Okay. Alright, so we're in the process of reaching 100% of public service needs, and then we need to do 100% of fashion needs. I guess we'll go ahead and do the tavern too while we're at it.
This may be of interest.
Each need that you fulfill per residence increases different attributes. The most important ones are income and population. Attributes can benefit your city. Increasing your population will increase your workforce. Income will increase your wealth over time. As the city grows, the demand for goods grows with it. Check regularly if your residents' needs are fulfilled to mitigate economic impact. Okay. And then, of course, we're awaiting the Imperial Barge. All right, we need to do fashion. From a fashion perspective, all right, tunics are pure income. Pilius is income and happiness. All right, so let's go with the pure income first. We need hemp to start things off. So let's put the hemp farm here. Okay. There's the hemp farm, and then we need tunics. Let's... Oops. How do you turn, then? Seems to be happening automatically. Alright, so that'll get that rolling.
This may be worth your attention.
Many production buildings affect the attributes of nearby buildings while they are actively producing. Review the attribute effect of any public building at the top of its panel, and choose carefully when placing buildings close to each other to max out benefit, mitigate risk. Yeah, that was something we didn't... It was part of Anno 1800, but it wasn't a huge part. It didn't have a huge effect, I'll put it that way.
There's a market for everything.
All right, so we've got everything rolling for food. We've got everything rolling for public service. Now we just need the tunics. They're going to start showing up here soon. And then for Pilius, we need a sheep farm. So we'll put you across the way. Okay. And then we need the Pilius filter. And I'm going to put you there and take the road like so. Alright, it puts all of the quote-unquote industry, if you will, all right here together in one location. I fully expect I'm going to readjust all of this at some point, but nice starting point anyway. There's a river slot. River slot. There is ruins.
Clearing smaller ruins only requires some of your workforce.
We'll go ahead and do that. Take a quick look around. Wow, there are a lot of ruins. Wow, there's a lot of ruins. What happens when I click on a river slot? Okay, nothing at the moment. Okay, we don't have any river slot buildings, in other words. Wonder if the sardines can be done on a river slot. No, it actually lists there at the bottom, harbor area. Oh, there's the pleasure barge. Yep.
Marcia, dear, what happened to you? There's bits of fish on your stola.
Oh no, I'm sorry. That'll be the sardines.
Sardines? Did one of those fishmongers run into you? People are really awfully inconsiderate these days. I hope life in the bay agrees with you.
I think it does. Juliana's all right. Can't say I missed the summer floods.
All right, she says. You'll see. One day all will bow to the glory of Juliana and its empress.
if you say so, Imperator.
Oh, don't worry about it now, dear. You will have help.
Julia will succeed me as Rome's first Empress Regnant. It is decided.
I fear the Senate may still press you to adopt, my love. Anyone of their number, any man, even Calidus.
Lowborn Calidus? Never! To Pluto with them! Shadows of men. Be glad your father did not marry you to a fool.
That was interesting. Your plate is full. The Emperor and Empress are watching you with polite interest. You could just eat, or is now the time to talk? What topics do you discuss? Ask after your host, ask after your father, ask about the ruins on Juliana. Let's ask about the ruins.
The ruins are the remains of old Ambrosia. Never a place more alive. Temples, spas, ocelli swaying in the breeze.
Ah, what I would give to sit in the shadow of the lime trees again, admiring the frescoes at your father's house.
What happened?
Old Augustus erupted and swallowed it up in ash. Then some old crow starts talking about a curse and everyone believes it. But they'll be back. Juliana's consecrated ground now.
Okay, so we can keep talking. That's great. Let's see. Let's ask after our host.
Why, thank you, Marcia. Latium is a lovely place, far away from all the gossip. If only the Legatus Calidus would desist in sending us his demands. This place would feel like the holiday paradise it once was.
Tja, that arrogant little camp follower. He will never be emperor. Never.
Very interesting exchange. Let's ask after our father.
Good old Decimus. Ha! Had a bite to him like the Crocs. The Delta was the place to be back then.
You knew each other before?
Oh, yes. Yes. See? It's not as if just anybody's daughter gets to marry a governor.
All right, and then ask after our husband.
Poor Titanius. He is in no state to join us for dinner. But he will rejoice to hear you asked after him.
Oh, I see. Perhaps I could stop by the sick wing and say hello.
Not now. The pox, you see. The marks on his face. He doesn't want you to see him like this. I'm sure you understand.
All right, eat quietly.
Time flies, doesn't it? There's one more thing we've got to show you.
Oh, good. You remembered.
I've decided it is past time you had your very own ship. You are, after all, the governor's wife.
Yay, we have a ship. The Emperor has issued you this flagship.
This may be of interest.
When I see the ruins on your island, I recall the streets I wandered in my youth.
Day by day, Juliana prospers. I know in time she will outshine old Ambrosia, the city that was.
Ah, yes, that was the place to be back then. But now I have another appointment to keep. Farewell for now, Marcia.
When can I expect news, do you think? About Titanius?
So kind, so caring. What a lucky man Titanius is. Very lucky. Alas, I cannot say when he will recover. Until then, seize the day.
Yes, my Emperor.
I have this sneaking suspicion that he's going to die somewhere along the lines. Okay, most buildings require workforce to function. Different workforce types may be needed depending on the building. Workforce is derived from population. The resident tiers define which workforce type you have available, so if you need plebeian workforce, grow your plebeian population. To increase the population tier, build and upgrade residents of this tier and provide needs that increase the population attribute. Okay, the Emperor's issued you this flagship.
What could you possibly require?
Sail back to the city of Juliana. How do we... You set where the ship should move to. This is where my husband is staying. Interesting. Ah.
Time flies.
There we go.
As do we.
I've got my own ship! I never thought I'd own a ship.
Okay.
Still, I can't help but feel that it's meant to distract me. I wish I knew what was going on.
Alright, so we're sailing
This
back.
is
We got
the
fashion.
sick wing, mistress. Only Medici and slaves may enter.
Yep, they're getting their fashion right now. Our money situation is getting better. It's been cut in half, but we've still got to... I really don't ever like being in the red. I absolutely despise being in the red. Alright, this all upgrade. Once all need categories have been covered, you may upgrade a residence and unlock a new residence tier. You don't have to provide all needs. Once per category is enough. Yep. Okay. Game saved. And there's the fashion needs. So everyone's got their fashion now.
If I had a tavern for my tombstone, I'd be the laughter in the walls.
And I suppose we could put in more residents if we really wanted to. In fact, I am going to take the road.
Removing those ruins will open up space for the new city, Juliana, to grow.
Okay, so
While
this
I have
is...
nothing against liberty, the plebeian classes may now be ready for a life in Juliana.
Alright, so let's see. What did we
Most
get?
of Old Ambrosia is below ground now. It's weird. An entire city just disappeared.
Okay, so we got 10 wood for that.
We have made a discovery under the debris of Ambrosia.
Yeah, but it was just wood.
Goodbye, Ambrosia. Hello, Juliana.
Ambrosia was huge. Here one moment, gone the next.
Actually, Are, the eruption lasted several days, and in the weeks that followed, the air was fraught with dust as far west as the Pillars of Hercules. It is often said that hubris, the dissolute and vulgar practices of Ambrosia and its inhabitants, incurred the wrath of the gods. But I think Vulcan, whose spirit resides inside both Occasus and other portals to the underworld, has little control over what and why he issues forth.
Alright, so where is this in comparison?
To clear the larger ruins requires men and materials beyond our present means.
Okay. Alright, so here we are. I was trying to figure out where... Okay, I see. I see where it is. Island's pretty good size. Alright, so we need to attract a plebeian and upgrade a residence. And then this is now ready for finalization. And we got wood and something else. Carbonized bread. Who knows whose hands shaped this elegant loaf? A nimble-handed servant making fresh sourdough loaves for Ambrosia's richest families. Or a proud baker of the Collegium, working fast to feed an entire city. 'Tis but charcoal now. Huh. Alright, so we need to... Let's see. Let's
Sardine
do
and I,
this one.
We're both very strong fish.
Okay, so there's our very first plebeian.
Plebeians. Plebs, Father used to call them. He never bothered to be nice to those he ruled.
Okay,
I
so...
think, dear husband, we have found our sacred center.
Alright. With your husband gravely ill and notably absent, Ben Ballion has suggested that you take over some of his daily affairs, like turning the ruins of Ambrosia into a proper city. You could start by building some houses and providing goods for your residents. An air of mystery seems to surround the man that the Emperor was so adamant you marry that very same day. But things are going smoothly otherwise. Perhaps if you had your very own ship, you could have a look around and start making inquiries. As more people move to Juliana, their demands will increase. Be sure to keep an eye on what they need. Alright. And then removing 4 ruins of Old Ambrosia for an optional quest. And then we have new resident tiers unlock new construction materials. We need to produce 3 tiles. All right.
Soon it will be Empress Julia's birthday, meaning weeks of celebration, one can assume, in the grotesque.
Okay, so we've got...
Oh, at home we only celebrate the gods' birthdays. But I suppose emperors are a bit like gods, aren't they?
We may be asked to make a contribution. Nothing too excessive, I should say.
Okay.
So you are this Marcia girl? I thought you'd be prettier.
What? Do I know you?
No. I just thought I'd take a look at you. But you're nothing special, are you? Just here for your share of the glory.
What glory? Who are you, anyway?
Diana Augusta, Julia's daughter. The Emperor is my father. Not that you'd care.
I don't know what I've done to offend you.
Of course you don't, Missy. Here's the timber Ben Balian asked me for. I've no more business with you.
Do not take it personally, Ere. Diana Augusta is an unruly and troubled child. I apologize for her behavior.
Okay.
It gives me peace of mind that my husband wears a warm hat.
So, we have
Wish I
other
knew what was up with
options
Diana.
for
She seems
things.
to be free to do as she pleases, but all she does is float around and insult people.
Alright, some of this stuff we can't unlock yet. Let's look at the food. Alright, this is bread and this is garum. The garum does give us income. The food is just populate. I'm gonna get better income from the garum, so let's do that. And that requires salt ponds, which require tiles, and Scomber's Shack, which also requires tiles. Alright, so we need to do tiles first. Alright, we need brick. Apparently brick needs to be placed on... I'm going to put the first one here. Needs to be placed on a river slot.
There is a shortage of workforce in one of your cities.
Alright, what did we need?
I throw some of our work in the fire.
We need 3.
For the penalties watching over us.
Alright, let's go ahead and upgrade 2 more of these.
Oh, I can't wear a toga. You've missed the sight of me bony knees.
And then let's bring... Okay. And then the tiler, which also requires
I wonder
4...
what kind of games they used to have here. At the
Oops.
theater.
I think we just cleared the optional.
Oh, mistress, it was the most
Nope.
violent and repulsive form of entertainment. Nothing that might interest you. The workers have salvaged something from under that ruin. By Pluto, Ere. They must have been mured beneath the ruins for generations, living on run water and rat offal. Well done, mistress. There was always a certain gloom hanging over the debris.
Oh, I need more storage to pick up the resources. That's interesting. Wonder if I can upgrade my storage. My trading post. It doesn't look like I can. Cargo transfer with ships. Harbor trade like a warehouse defends itself. Huh. Interesting. Can I build a warehouse. Receives and distributes goods from and to your production buildings.
If you could look after this, Eri.
Production buildings require a road connection in order to receive and distribute goods. Newly produced goods are delivered to the next warehouse or trading post or production building that can process them. All warehouses and trading posts on an island share the same storage. Goods in one warehouse are available in all other warehouses. Okay. Alright, we need to get the tiler. And okay, so this reduces happiness and some fire safety. All right, let me put it out here then.
There is a shortage of workforce in one of your cities.
All right. Okay, so there's that. We then need a warehouse. Let's put the warehouse there. All right, we're going to need to upgrade a few more. Alright, how do I multi-select? Huh. Huh.
The workers have salvaged something from under that ruin.
Alright, so we can grab this now.
I've seen... Lucius and I have wonderful memories of tranquil sanctuaries, the scholarly haunts of Ambrosia.
Hey,
If you're not too busy, we look forward to a trip down memory lane.
I've seen the volcano on the horizon. Occasus. That debris really traveled a long way.
You need a villa, Ere, essential in demonstrating your control of an island.
The pauses between voice
People
lines.
still occasionally find pieces of pumice from the eruption. Floating stones, Ere, if you can imagine.
Is really getting annoying.
A villa? My sister Secunda would die of envy if she heard.
A idol dedicated to Jupiter Cassus, creator and destroyer of worlds. Perhaps it once adorned a palace garden, raising its proud head among trimmed hedges. Perhaps it's a nod to the island kings and their less than refined methods of questioning. There's nothing left inside but ash. It could come in handy if you ever need to impress someone. Okay, so we need to do a few things. We've got build Grammaticus or build the Sanctuary, which is it's the public service need for plebeians. One of the public service needs of the plebeians. We also need, I very much want to do Garum. We now have enough tiles that I can do that, so let's go ahead and start that up. Mackerel. And salt ponds. Let's do the mackerel on that side. Alright, and then salt ponds.
There is a shortage of workforce in one of your cities.
It's probably time that I put in some more residents. So let's go. Okay. Yeah, for right now, I'm just going to focus on the garum. I do want to do the bread, too, don't get me wrong, but what does the bread require? Wheat into grain into bread, and also requires charcoal. Alright, so are we producing... I guess is the question, are we producing tile? Yeah, it is. Okay. It's got charcoal. It is producing tile, but it is very slow. It is very slow. It looks like about 1 per minute is what it seems to be. Alright, let's see. Are there any other close by... I was going to see if there are any other close by ruins that we might be able to get rid of. Well, yeah, there are.
The workers need rope for more stubborn ruins,
Gotcha.
such as this.
Gotcha, okay. Okay, let's see what we've got here. So the garum's coming. Actually, no, it's not, because I didn't build the actual garum works. Nope, can't put that there. It's going to increase coin but reduce happiness. So I've got to be careful about that. Put it out here so that it doesn't affect the population, maybe?
There is a shortage of workforce in one of your cities.
Okay, there we go. Alright, let's take a look at the public service items. We've got the sanctuary, which... oh, we don't have enough plebeians for yet. Same thing with the Grammaticus. Alright, so we're not quite ready to get to that point. We do have an alert here. This is... oh, it's... never mind. That's just the shortages that... what's his name keeps telling us. Okay, they want us to remove 3 more ruins of Old Ambrosia. And then we've also got the building of the Governor Villa. Alright, let's see what that is all about. The Villa set. Okay, so select the villa and build it. Each island can support 1 villa. 5 tile, 1,000 coins, 25 wood, which is no problem. Increases prestige by 1, and there's only 1 allowed per island. Now, the one thing about the villa, based on what I remember from the demo, because I did get to this point, is that the villa is the first thing that tends to get attacked if it's nearby where the people come in. Nobody's looking, could now be the time? Huh?
I'm afraid your husband is still unwell. A terrible pain in the joints. Gout, I suspect.
He sounds so unsure. I don't understand. I really should probably start looking around. Let's just take the ship there. Start opening up some of the fog. Okay, let's go ahead and do our villa. We are down to -7. So we're almost where we need to be. Let's go ahead and do... yep, I'm going to go ahead and do just like I did in Anno 1800. And get myself into the black as soon as I can. Okay. Surround the public service. That'll allow me to then go ahead and upgrade these guys.
Ilias, the cap that made me a free chap.
Okay. And that gets us the number of people that we need. We are, in fact, increasing tile. All right, let's go ahead and build our villa now.
If an island is invaded, your villa will be the main target. I'd say place it far from the coast.
Exactly. So I am thinking...
Your
here.
city is growing, and the chance of an incident with it. Build institutions to better deal with such incidents.
All right.
Your first soldiers think they're ready. I dare say the beginning of a mighty legion? There is a shortage of workforce in one of your cities.
How? No, there's not. I'm +5 everywhere. Or I'm +5 there, +64. Alright, so we just reached Minor City. City status increased. Alright, we've got a new quest item for tracking. Alright, so Latium is the Grammaticus and Sanctuary. That's the... Okay, fire safety. Build a Vigilia to reduce the risk of fire in your city. Alright, that sounds good. Requires tile. Does cost coin. The question, though, is where do I want to put it? Because I really want to put it out here. Because of the nearby charcoal burner. But I'm pretty sure they want us to put it here. Alright, so where are we with the Grammaticus? Are we ready to build them in? Alright, we do have Garum now, so that's going to increase our income, and we're now in the black. Excellent. Fantastic. We still don't have enough plebeians, so I'm probably going to have to upgrade these. Let's go ahead and upgrade these 6. There's got to be a better way of... Oh, here we go. There we go. Okay, so you can't do the drag and surround unless you've selected a particular button that you want to do it with. Got it. So we've got some new options. A bunch of new options. But that should allow us to open up Grammaticus now.
It feels like it does you good to eat a sardine.
Okay, so we've got Sanctuary is happiness and belief. Grammaticus is knowledge. Huh. I don't know. I also don't have enough tiles at the moment. I'm probably going to go with Grammaticus to increase knowledge. I'm curious as to what that does, but it means I've got to wait for some tiles to be produced. I could double up on my brick production because I've got a crap ton. There's another river slot right there, but it would then require additional charcoal. Because right now I am definitely not producing. Actually, is there another river slot? No, there's not. I was hoping maybe there was another river slot right here near the charcoal. But there's not. Actually, let me take a quick look via our warehouse. Alright, so charcoal is even. That was what I was curious about. I'm also curious about our... Oh, we're not producing any wheat. I thought... Oh, this is oat. Okay. What is the bread? The bread requires wheat. Yeah. All right, let's speed things up a little bit so that we can get the tile that we need. I also wanted to see what our max revenue is. So our max revenue right now is 36 per. The other reason I was going with Grammaticus is because it had a lower maintenance cost. So what I think I'm going to need to do is bring in some more residents. Make sure they're still covered. And thought I had done that, but apparently I didn't. How am I on? I've got 14 extra plebeians. So I'm going to go ahead and put in another tile production. We'll put that there. Now, how do I turn it? There it is. Got it. Alright, so let's do road here. We need a warehouse. Road. Okay. That should do it, and that should start building up some additional tile. And we are still in the black. And we've got enough workforce. So that's excellent. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Very, very good. I do still think, though, that I'm going to need additional Vigilis firemen basically near each charcoal location. All right, we are now at the location spot for Grammaticus. Grammaticus, let's see. I can't put you here. You're too wide. Well, shoot. I was trying to leave this particular patch of trees alone, but I may just have to do an additional lumber camp out here instead. Alright, what I'm going to do then is move all of you
There is a shortage of workforce in one of your cities.
and put you here. And then I'm going to do this.
Research to progress. Research any specific discovery and reap the benefit.
Okay. All right, there we go. Explore your research options and unlock new discoveries.
A grammaticus. Wonderful. I don't know if you had any tutors, Marcia. My father might have been a bit of an exception. I was schooled here in Ambrosia, albeit informally.
Yes, I remember I'd wave to you during your lesson, and you would stifle a giggle.
You think of the Greek magister's slave, a redhead prone to giggles.
The Magister's slave? But why would she have been in the classroom?
To clean the floors, darling dear.
That's when sailors thrive.
Something for your consideration, Eri.
Recruitment buildings allow you to recruit military units. Each unit class has unique strengths and weaknesses. Encamp units to heal hit points and decrease maintenance costs. Protect your villa. Walls and towers will keep most invaders at bay, though they can be destroyed by siege weapons such as onagers.
Ben, is this normal? I mean, do all married men talk openly about...
Can I put... Oh, I can. Okay. I'll continue upgrading these guys and leave these guys out here as Libertus. Start researching any topic. Oh my.
There are many discoveries one can research. Economic, civic, military. Choose wisely.
Oh my. Select the discovery to start researching this topic. The more knowledge you have, the faster research will be. Trading post improvements. Oh, this is how we upgrade the trading post to increase estimated duration to 27 minutes. Upgrading your trading post to the next tier adds more loading ramps to avoid congestion and increases island storage capacity. Okay. So this is new. This was not a part of Anno 1800 at all. But then you can see how things branch off. Alright, let's go ahead and queue that discovery so we can get that started. And I'm going to make sure that I have one of each queued at all times, unless there's a specific reason not to. So we've got quarter mastery. How much cabin space do your ships really need? And market foes. We could potentially encourage citizens to travel further to reach our markets. Affect the range of the markets. Yep, we'll do that one next. Unlocks harbor building. Repairs nearby ships. Slingers, which is ranged. And encampment. Grants troops the encamp command while on home islands, which reduces workforce requirements and speeds up healing outside of combat. I don't really know, to be completely honest with you. I don't know. I wish I knew. Everything that I've seen online has said that the military stuff really doesn't happen for a long time. And that you could almost play the entire game without ever seeing it. But we are doing the campaign. Therefore, the campaign's probably going to force it on us before we want it to be. So I'm going to go ahead and do the slingers as the third thing. Oh. Emperor would like a moment.
Marcia, there you are. Listen up. It's about my wife's birthday. Nothing is in place. No garum, for example. Imagine, banquets without garum are as reeds without sound. No, we must have our garum. Look, I don't know anything about sauces and decorations, that sort of thing. Wants a feminine touch. I'll leave it all to you.
Yes, Imperator.
Oh, and another thing, Marcia. The decorative drapes. Julia adores a birthday drape, and don't we all?
I'm afraid I'm not very good at weaving, Emperor. I can't make anything as complex as drapes.
No, no, and I wouldn't expect you to. No, these drapes could only have been woven by the wonderful women of Lily Bayonne. Go introduce yourself to Valeria. She'll have them and more.
Okay. Okay, so this is where's our ship? Our ship is here. Oh, that's cool.
Waiting for your decree!
Alright, so that's who we need to go introduce ourselves to. Alright, in the meantime, let's get back to what we have to do. Let's take a quick look at what we've got. So, sail to Lily Bayonne to pick up awnings and drapes for Julia's party. We need to have 2 Scombers shack. And build 3 garum works. Why? We don't have the need for that much garum.
Sauce. My husband loves his garum.
We gotta do... Oh, we haven't unlocked this yet. We need 200 plebeians in order to open up the next fashion category. Well, crap. I guess I can't worry about bread right now, then. And I'm going to need more plebeians if I'm going to be able to do... Okay, hold on a minute. I hadn't been looking at processing time. So mackerel is 1 per minute. Salt ponds are 30 seconds. Garum is 130. Okay, so we need... That's why they told 2 Scomber shacks and 3 garum works. We don't need an extra salt pond. Because in a minute 30, we can get 3 salt, 1.5 mackerel, so we get the extra mackerel, and then we get 2 more garum works, and that covers exactly what we need. Okay. Alright, so there's that. Yeah, and that's Libertas. I can almost guarantee you I'm gonna consistently go back and forth between using Libertas and farmers.
Lily Bayonne is no place for respectable young women. Do not try that smirk on me. I was respectable once.
Marcia, your husband's medici need to be paid. Hand me those solidi, don't be shy.
What? Okay, let's do this first.
This is an urgent request from the Emperor. He will not wait forever for your answer.
Yeah.
I sourced Arabian drapes for the villa decorations. I hope it's to your liking, mistress.
Alright, so she sells sardines, but requests oysters, uncut marble, oats, and clay. We're not going to get much for the oats, but we might be able to set up a trade route.
Finest. Ready.
Okay. Emperor Lucius has approached you on the sly, demanding you part with 5,000 denarii, possibly to cover your husband's medical expenses. Technically, you haven't seen any Medici or your husband, but then he is the Emperor. I could say I don't have enough. But I have it. Alright, let's do it.
Good.
Oh, you best give me more than that.
Embalian, does the Emperor often go around collecting debts for doctors? Somehow I doubt he was telling the truth.
So, yeah, Ben doesn't really like to have things
I always make them.
talked about that he doesn't have good knowledge of. All right, so let's...
Fancy me in a tunic. I mean, who'd fancy me without?
All right, so that gives us an extra 8. This is where I really kind of want the extra food, because if we were to put in bread, we'd get 2 more population per. And extra income. We've got plenty of farmers. That requires... The grain mill requires plebeians. Oh, plus we've got to have charcoal. Alright, I am going to move you to there. I have absolutely no idea if I'm getting charged for that or not. Okay, Mr. Ubisoft Connect. I'm going to start down the process of...
Our scouts have sighted new land.
Wow. Okay. Let's do warehouse here. Okay. Alright, still got enough farmers. Okay, plebeians are for the grain mill. Oh, let me build out another... God, I'm gonna... Oh, this... Okay, hold on. No, 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 no. Nope, that guy reduces... Nope, 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 nope. Let's put you... here. Yeah, we'll put the Garum Works together. Alright, so we've got wheat now. Or, well, we will have wheat. Are we there?
What could you possibly require?
There we go.
Julia's birthday. Whew. I know what kind of stuff my sister's like. But an empress?
Okay.
The latrine is calling. Can you cover for me?
Aren't you near enough?
Some of the necessary
Yeah, you're near enough to the... Okay,
haven't
never mind.
reached us.
I mean, legitimately, I could go ahead and build the last Garum work. We've got enough plebeians. I can afford the... Yeah, let's go ahead and do it. There we go.
So very, Praetor.
Move your ship closer to the trading post to transfer goods.
Festina Lente.
Emilia Naucratia to her daughter Marcia.
Before all else, I pray you are not in danger at sea. Give my greetings to your husband. I pray he is kind. I ask you to write me a letter telling me of your welfare and your new household. Choose well your servants and companions for faith and good cheer. I have made obeisance before the gods on your behalf, that you may find happiness. Your brother Marcus sends you his greetings. He has joined the Legion and will be posted in Hellas. Farewell, dear daughter, and prosper. To Juliana in Latium, to Marcia Titania, from her mother, addressed to the village of the governor woman's quarters.
It's nice to see little Marcus getting on in the world. I hope he likes life in a Legion camp.
Okay, so we need to load 5 tons of garum from your trading post to your ship for Julia's party guests.
What could you possibly require?
Alright.
Through the waves!
Alright. So that's that. The ruins of Old Ambrosia we still can't do. Alright, now let's start working on the bread. Let's do 5 houses. Excuse me, 4 houses there. I am starting to run out of space. How is our happiness, by the way? -6. No, that's health. 123. Okay, we're good. I was thinking I should put down the sanctuary, but we're in good shape, and we're in a positive number for fire safety as well. The island health is the one that's the problem, and apparently that's because of the coal burners. The charcoal burners. It is what it is. And we're going to actually need a charcoal burner for the bread production. Okay.
We stand, waiting.
So we need 5 tons. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. And then we need to deliver it
We advance.
to there. Okay. I wonder if we can tear all of this down afterward. Let me take a quick look, because... Alright, we don't have any extra oats. Because remember, oats were one of the things that the lady down here will actually buy. Is there anything else that she'll buy?
And do you know, Marcia, Calidus doesn't even know the secret word for Rome.
Doesn't even know it.
Nope.
There's a secret word for Rome.
Don't worry, if you are loyal, I'm sure you'll learn it in time.
That was a very
The
weird
families
exchange.
never left. They breathed in the dust and debris of Ocassos, paid for it with early death. But they never left.
Huh. Very weird exchange. Alright, let's go ahead and upgrade you. Alright, now let's get the... Nope. Grain mill. Except for they're not letting me. Oh, oh! Really? Requires a river slot. Alright, so there's one right here, so we'll put it here. That's interesting. It's actually kind of cool, I gotta be honest. Makes for a bit of a different possibility. And then we need the bakery, which requires 3 more plebeians, which will be fine. And we need the charcoal burner. So the charcoal burner we can put here. Okay, good. And we'll put the bakery right there. Yeah, that looks good. We are going to need some more space, though, for housing. There's a river slot there. This is going to increase... The bread is going to increase our income.
Waiting for your decree!
Lucius seems a bit all over the place.
See how the Villa Augusta changes her complexion for the big day? I sampled your garum, as noxious as I'd hoped. But now for something more important. Julia's birthday present is a temple I had built. Keep it quiet, etc. But those idiots delivered a stack of broken bloody tiles for the roof, and it looks unfinished. Bald as a coot.
Tiles shouldn't be too hard to replace.
Everything has to be in its proper place on her birthday. She deserves only the best.
Great, now we gotta deliver that. Dude, are you able to do anything for yourself?
We stand, waiting.
Yeah, now we gotta deliver 20 tile. Alright, well, this is, I think, a perfect place for us to wrap up this first episode of Anno 117. I ran a little bit longer than I typically do, or typically want to, but I think this is still a good opportunity for us to go ahead and stop here. Real quickly, let me take a look at how big the sanctuary is. Yeah, we're gonna have to figure. I'm gonna have to figure something else out because the sanctuary needs to be around the plebeians, and I don't have space for it. Actually, let me see something. Can it fit? No, it can't fit there. Yeah, I'm going to have to figure something out, and I'm not sure what it's going to be yet. In either case, I'm going to wrap it up here. As always, if you have been enjoying the content, please do me a favor and hit that thumbs up button. If you haven't subscribed, please do that as well. And hopefully I will see you in the next episode of Anno 117 Pax Romana, the campaign. We will absolutely be doing a sandbox run in the future, but I wanted to see what all the campaign had to offer, see if it was any good. Hopefully you've been enjoying it. Hopefully I'll see you next time. Talk to you soon.